Welcome back, focused learners. Okay, so if you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by the absolute mountain of contradictory, overly complicated diet advice out there, well, you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're unpacking a brilliantly straightforward framework called the 3 Pillars of Sustainable Weight Loss. We're going to see exactly how a few basic, structural habits can completely transform your approach to health. So let's dive right in.
Want to lose weight faster without starving yourself? It's a great question, right? Because it hits directly on the absolute biggest fear most of us have about weight loss. This baked-in assumption that getting results basically requires us to be miserable with an empty stomach all day.
For decades now, we've been sold this miserable myth of extreme restriction, starving yourself. And it's an approach that almost always fails over the long haul. So today's explainer is all about ditching that deprivation for good. We're shifting entirely away from starvation, and instead we're building a solid foundation using just 3 simple, totally manageable habits.
Here is our roadmap for today. First, the starvation myth. Second, the power of protein. Third, daily movement matters. Fourth, ditch sugary drinks. And finally, number 5, progress over perfection.
Number 1, the starvation myth. Before we get into the weeds here, let's look at the exact blueprint. Step 1, eat protein. Step 2, walk 30 minutes. Step 3, stop sugary drinks. It is just wonderfully uncomplicated. We're talking about 3 crystal clear, straightforward steps that form the entire mechanical foundation of this whole approach.
Number 2, power of protein.
Habit number 1 is simple, but it's basically non-negotiable. Eat protein with every meal. And notice, it doesn't just give you some vague goal like, eat more protein generally. By anchoring protein to every single time you sit down to eat, you're actually building a highly reliable structural habit.
So why is this such a game changer? Well, protein essentially does 2 heavy lifting jobs for us. First, it keeps you full longer, and second, it helps reduce cravings. Think back to that whole starvation myth we just talked about. If you are full and your cravings are practically gone, well, you simply aren't starving. It's a strategic physiological way to keep yourself on track without feeling miserable.
Number 3, daily movement matters.
Habit number 2, walk for 30 minutes every day. Honestly, what's so great about this is how completely accessible it is. It doesn't demand a super expensive gym membership or some grueling, exhausting workout routine. It literally just asks you to go for a walk. It's natural, and it can be easily squeezed into almost anyone's schedule. 30 minutes. Think about that for a second. That's what, a fraction of your day? Sustainable weight loss totally doesn't mean you have to surrender hours and hours of your life to the gym. Just 30 minutes of focused, intentional movement is literally all it takes to start triggering real changes in your body.
Because that simple daily walk, it delivers a really powerful 1-2 punch. It burns calories immediately, sure, but over time, it also improves your metabolism. That is a massive return on investment for just half an hour of your day.
Number 4, ditch sugary drinks. Habit number 3 is pretty uncompromising. Stop drinking sugary beverages. Note that it doesn't say reduce or try to have a little less. It says stop. Liquid calories are notoriously unfulfilling because they just don't trigger those physical fullness signals in our brains. Eliminating them entirely is hands down the most efficient way to cut out the stuff that's quietly sabotaging your goals.
But hey, you definitely don't have to be left feeling deprived here. The fix is just a direct, simple substitution. Swap out the soda and sweet drinks for water or 0-calorie options. It's a really easy lateral move to a choice that aligns perfectly with what you're actually trying to achieve.
Number 5, progress over perfection. Let this sink in for a second. Remember, weight loss isn't about being perfect. Honestly, this might just be the most important takeaway of this entire explainer. We so often fall into this toxic all-or-nothing trap, right? Like we miss one single daily walk, and suddenly we just throw the whole plan out the window. Give yourself permission to be human here. Perfection is absolutely not the requirement.
Instead, it's about making better choices every day. It's about your overall direction, not some flawless, robotic execution. Did you choose water over soda at lunch? Awesome, that's a better choice. Did you manage to get that 30-minute walk in? Great, that's another better choice. When you stack up those tiny little victories day after day, they literally compound into lasting results.
Now, if you appreciate this kind of straightforward, no-nonsense approach to getting healthier, make sure to follow Eric Tips 1. It's an absolutely fantastic resource for more fitness, diet, and weight loss tips to help keep your momentum going strong.
So I'm going to leave you with this final important question to think about. Which of these better choices will you make today? You know the 3 habits now, and you know that you don't have to be perfect. The ball is entirely in your court. Is it going to be the protein with your next meal, carving out time for that 30-minute walk, or maybe swapping out that afternoon soda? Just pick one, start today, and build your foundation. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.